Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. 10th and 11th. Ahankaralaye suptau Bhaved dehopyachetanaha Ahankara vikasardha Swapna sarvastu jagaraha Antakarana vrittischa Chitichayaikyamagata Vasana kalpayet swapne Bodhe kshair vishayan bahi. So, having discussed about three types of identification of ahankar, now we are in the discussion of three states of experience. If you look at this text, you can divide all the verses in groups. Like first 5 verses talk about seer and seen. Who is seer and who is seen? Pairs are there. Rupam Dirsham Lochanam Durga. From 6 to 9, bunch of these 4 verses talk about ego, ahankar. Now 10th, 11th and 12th, these 3 verses talk about Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Then from again 14, verse number 13, from there another topic starts. It will be easy for you to understand entire text if we divide it into groups. So here he said that we all experience these 3 states, waking, dream and deep sleep. Now, what happens in these states? So he says in Sushupti, again there is a role of ego only, ahankar. When ego merges, then it is deep sleep state. In unmanifest condition it goes. You must have studied Bija Avastha, a causal state. Sushupti is a causal state. Whatever we do in a waking state, the cause is in deep sleep, seed. Like entire tree is packed in that seed, you can't see which type of tree comes. According to seed only tree comes. Same way, all those vasanas which we have stored, they are in unmanifest condition in deep sleep. But in waking state, they comes up. So, Karana Sharirabhimani, you must have studied that. Karana Sharirabhimani Chaitanya. You can refer your book. Pragya, the consciousness is called Pragya there. Causal body plus consciousness. Now, the second state which we experience, that is dream, and here detailed description of dream state is given. What is the mechanism of the dream, how it is created? So here he says it is like creating a movie. In movie we see that there are different actors, actresses, then there is a director, projector. But here all in one. I alone is actor, director, projector. Villain also I am only. In dream, if you see some villain, that is also me only. So it is a kind of a movie, short movie. The longest dream duration, 1.5 minutes. Longest dream is of 1.5 minute duration. But in that duration, you see entire your life from childhood to old age. According to waking clock, this watch, it will be 1.5 minutes, but in dream you feel, oh, so many years are passing. There the time frame changes. So in dream, what he says, one is antakarana vritti. See how we see movie. In movie, the first thing is, there should not be any light, darkness. Therefore, when we go to sleep only, when our lights are switched off and my eyes are closed, nothing is there, then the dream comes. Not with open eyes, though people see in the waking state. The dreaming, daydreaming it is called. But dream state, which he has discussed, for that you need darkness. So I must forget waking state. Ignorance of waking state has to be there. Then only dream world can be experienced. If I am aware of waking state, then I can't see that dream. So first thing is that, like in theater, darkness is there. Then that reel is there, film. The spool is there, they call spool. On that it moves, film. And in that film, all the episodes or whatever, actions, they are stored. And they move so fast, so we feel that some action is taking place. Actually, so many films are there. If you are in childhood, you must have seen that. So that reel is there. All Dirshya, scenes are stored in that. And the third thing is light. A light is thrown on those films. So those reels, they got projected, all the pictures which are there in there. You cannot see something which is not there in that film. Only whatever is stored, that only can be seen. Achha, it is projected on one, what they say, screen. And screen is unaffected, So similarly here also, what is the film? So here it is said antakarana vritti. all the vasanas. See here, vritti word is used. Generally, vritti word is used for thoughts. When these thoughts are in unmanifest condition, then that becomes vasana or impression. So here he is using vritti. Acha, now antakarana vritti, he is not specifying, specifically saying it is man, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, no. What is the antakarana vritti? Actually, it should have been said here that chitta is there because all memories are there. Specifically, it is a chitta only. But here is an antakarana vritti. Okay. Inner instrument. Whether you call it mind or intellect or memory or ego, whatever. Because they all are in unmanifest condition. So antakarana is one word. Inner instrument, antakarana. All sense organs are called as bahirkarana. You must have. External instrument is called bahirkarana. Internal instrument is antakarana. So now all these vritti which are there in the form of vasana. So now film is created. And when this film is created, like how they go, to different spots and they shoot. Earlier, a lot of film used to have seen from Kashmir, snow-capped mountains and all that. So different places are there, they go and film. And then they connect. We see in that movie in a particular sequence, but they can shoot the final scene first day. Depends on the availability of that place and everything. So here also in waking state, this shooting is going on. Sound, touch, smell, whatever I am seeing, it is creating some impression. Whatever. 5 sense organs create that impressions. Even if I am sitting and I am thinking of something, that also can create some impression. So be aware what you are thinking. That also can. If negative, you will see your movie with lot of negativity. So if we think of God, think of all positive things, the dream also will be very nice to you. See, generally we wish, people have a sweet dream, but not necessarily that person has got sweet dream. He may be having a horror dream because his action is not good. By just wishing, he cannot. If person is corrupt and looting and plundering, now he can't see dream of God, vision of God. Bhagavan darshan de raha, he will never see. He will see police is running after him. Therefore, they say, we must pay attention to our dream. That will reflect your inner, subconscious mind. What we have stored in that. It is a mirror or it is a, book, you can say, inner book. Because we don't know what we are collecting and accumulating. And one thing is, difference in waking state and dream is, in waking we have got full control of what we are going to do. And we can have that censorship, we can stop if something wrong comes. But in dream, nothing. It just spontaneously comes. Then we ourselves are, afraid. How can this? And people just, they wake up. So we have no control over that. So if we have to control dream, control waking state. Control your actions, thinking, whatever we are doing. Activities. So this is antakarana vritti. So now film is created. Then second thing which we need for dream to see is the awareness, consciousness. So here he says, not that directly Sakshi, give that life or light to our thought. Again, reflection of consciousness. In buddhi, that reflection is there, that consciousness, and that enlivens that all the thoughts which are there. Even in waking state also, we are using our intellect. We are not using consciousness. Please note it. We are using our buddhi, and buddhi has got that reflection of consciousness. Through that only thinking, understanding, everything is happening. Consciousness is enlivening. It lends its sentiency to buddhi, and then buddhi functions. So active factor is what? Buddhi. Consciousness is not active. It is what they say, akarta. It is just witness. Its presence making buddhi or intellect function. Like electricity doesn't move. Fan is moving in the presence of electricity. So similarly, directly Sakshi is not, enlivening that antakarana vritti. First it comes into buddhi, reflection is there. Then reflected consciousness gives life to that all the thoughts, and then we see. Dream state is a state where mind is active, antakarana is active. It is not in unmanifest condition. So, chiticha yaikya magata, identity with the reflection of consciousness. Identity of what? Antakarana vritti with reflection of consciousness. So, the light is thrown on, all the vasana. And then, vasana kalpayet swapne. All those vasanas, they are projected. The impressions which we have gathered, they are projected in our mind only, and we see. And now that dream is so real, we feel that really everything is happening there. Though everything is illusion, but that can't understand. While dreaming, we don't realize that. But the moment we wake up, oh, it was a dream. In dream, exactly all those things we experience, which we are experiencing now in the waking state. There also joy and sorrow is there. There also criticism you can feel. Ninda, stuti. There also you can see people are, talking nicely, or they are arguing. One person said, I saw that Shankaracharyaji, I am discussing with Shankaracharyaji, and I defeated him. Yes, you can, because it is your. In waking state, you must be imagining that. So everything, whatever we are, therefore in Atmavad that verse is then, Sansara Swapna Tulyoi Raga Dveshadi Sankula Swakale Satyavad Bhati Prabodhe Sati Asad Bhavet. Swakale, Swapna Kale Satyavad Bhati, as though it is real, but Prabodhe Sati. But when I wake up, then everything becomes asat. So this is the dream. In Vivek Chudamani also there is a shlok. Mana eva sarvam. Whatever in dream I am seeing, it is mind only. Swapnertha shunye srujati swashaktya. Artha shunye, there is no artha. No gross object is there in dream state. Artha shunya. But appearance is there. And it looks as if really tree is standing, really elephant is there, really. Srujati swashaktya, by its own power, mind creates. And bhoktradi vishram manaeva sarvam. There I become enjoyer, sufferer, doer, everything, knower. All pairs of opposite I experience there. Fear also is there. And Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, Tathaiva jagratyapino vishesha. Like how I am seeing in dream, same way it is there in waking state. So waking is also like dream. Generally what we say, dream is like waking. See, there is a lot of difference is there. Is there waking is like dream? No, how can it be? It is so solid. He said, Tathaiva jagratyapino no visheshan. No special thing is there in waking. It is also like dream. Here also projection is there. And by our projection we create one world. Raga, dvesha, friends, foe. That is all our projection only. So that's why he says, Tat sarvametat manaso vijrumbhanam. Everything is manifestation of mind or projection of mind. So vasana kalpayet swapne. Now in the dream, I alone is there, but so see, I see varieties of things. They say there was one tiger, one person saw a tiger in the dream. Have you heard that Guruji always say? So the tiger, and he was going to attack. So the person who was in the dream, see, he asked the tiger, will you kill me? So tiger said, it is up to you, what you want. After all, it is your dream. Very interesting. Once he saw the tiger is attacking, but he stopped for a moment. So other person asked, why you have stopped? He said, I am chanting Brahma, Arpadam Brahmavi. So in dream also, tiger also can, because every day we are chanting, so impression is created. Dream is also very interesting. If you, Guruji always says that we see in dream that we are appearing in that examination, mathematics paper is there, and I am not able to solve any problem. And the result is fail. And Swamiji says that after seeing this dream, I shared with somebody that I saw that dream, and in dream I was appearing in that exam and I failed. So other person said, Swamiji, you cannot pass in dream also. Means in waking state we don't expect, but at least. So there Swamiji explained that in dream, the examiner also is you only. The paper is set by you only, and still I fail. Maja hai, it is really a funny thing. So all these are only play of what? Vasana. That's why vasana kalpayet, and vasana word you must have heard many times. If you listen to Gurudev's lecture, BMI chart, have you seen it? Om and then V. He always used to say, we doesn't mean victory. Here we means vasanas. So vasanas are called as sanskar, impressions, intrinsic tendencies and all that. Different words are there. So vasana, and these vasana words come from vas. You know, vas means what? Smell. When you cut something, you know, by your knife, the knife gets the smell of that. If you cut onion and then if you cut apple and you give to someone, he will say, 1 hour before you use this knife for onion. They say, how could you know? You got some siddhi or what? He said, no siddhi, your apple is smelling so bad that that's why I say, an apple a day keeps doctor away, an onion a day keeps everyone away. Raw onion, if you, that vasana is created in the mouth. So every little activity creates one impression. And then it is projected in there. In dream, you can see that, you know, you are having this class and you are giving lecture and everybody is sleeping there also, you can see. No, Swamiji. So we must analyze our dream. Achha, in dream, one more thing is there. There is no sequence of events, you know, one by one. Anything can happen anywhere. There is one example for this. If you have written so many letters and if you cut it and put it into dustbin, you know, that waste paper bag, and then take 2 pieces and then join, then how that letter will be? So funny, na? Similarly here also, different pieces of, you know, different experiences, they are there. And they are cut and they are joined. So in morning I told you, you can see this class is happening somewhere, and so no cause and effect or sequence or logic, nothing. All jumbled up. As some people say, we see sometimes that dream which we have not seen in waking state, means the things, the object or the person, you may not have seen in this life, but in previous birth you must have seen. And again, combination of different things create the particular, you know, scene. So, not that exactly what I am seeing, exactly what that I will see. And now people are more interested in knowing what is the meaning of, you know, this dream. I have seen some snake. Now Swamiji tell me what is the meaning. It is a good sign or something, you know. But here that is not discussed. Here mechanism of dream only discussed. I saw elephant. What do you mean by this? What they say? Shagun, apashakun? Oman. Bad or good. Shaguna Shastra is there. But here all those things are not discussed. Only it is said that your own vasanas or impressions create that. Vasana kalpayet swapne. So sushupti is over, dream is over. And about waking state, what is it? Just one charan only, 1 quarter. Bodhe akshayr vishayan bahi. This is the waking state. Are you seeing? 11th verse. Bodhe akshayr vishayan. Bodhe means waking state. In waking state, what happens? Akshayhi. Akshay means with eyes. And here eyes, all sense organs. By these eyes, bahihi vishayan, the outside vishayas, objects, I see with eyes and with ear. I listen or hear sound and all that. So all these sense organs are active in this waking state, and all outside objects, they are being seen here, experienced. So here very clear that this world is there, I am there, and transaction happened. So bodhekshair vishayan bahi. All solid gross objects are there. And here ego is very active, ego is fully manifested. I know who am I, what I am doing. People say, I know, I am aware what I am doing. So in this way, this ego, ahankar, half manifested dream, completely unmanifest condition, sushupti, fully manifested in waking state. In this way, he has described these three states. Now, here Guruji says, who exactly experiences the three states and takes up different bodies after death? So now that point is, or that topic is taken here. Who is experiencing this dream? See, dream and waking and everything, all this avasthatraya. Mano hankrityupadanam lingamekam jadatmakam avasthatrayamanveti jayate mriyate tatha manohankrityupadanam lingamekam jadatmakam avasthatrayamanveti jayate mriyate tatha. He says, it is linga sharira, sukshma sharira, subtle body, which experiences all these three states, which is going through three states plus jayate mriyate, is subjected to birth and death. So total 5 things. Who is experiencing? Subtle body. Now how is that? So now see, here in first line, he gave the description of subtle body. Mana ahankriti upadanam lingam. Now linga sharir, it is also called as linga sharir. Lingyate, ling means indicates, which indicate. It is indicator. Linga, you must have seen, heard this, linga sharir. Like fire and smoke. Yatra yatra dhuma tatra tatra vanni. Or yatra yatra vanni tatra tatra dhuma. No, yatra yatra dhuma tatra tatra vanni. Wherever smoke is there, fire is there. So they say smoke is linga. It is indicator. With the help of smoke, I come to know. It is sign also, this sign, chinna, sign. Like how many people are sitting in this hall? Without entering into hall, somebody can tell. Counting the shoes. So that becomes what linga. But that may be wrong also. Some people be without. So that vyapti will be wrong. That is called vyapti. In technical, it is technical term. So the linga I am talking. So here also linga shari is there, subtle body, You already studied this, how many components are there? 17. Now see, here only he says two things are there in Linga Sharira. That's why I am saying in the morning, different contexts, different words are used. Here it is said only two things, man and ahankar. That is the upadanam constituted. Mind and ego constitute what? Linga Sharira. Here pancha prana and pancha indriya and all that is not said. So, this Linga Sharira is there. Now it is ekam, it is one. I got one antakkaran, one sukshma Sharira. Mind is there and ego is there. Achha, now mind includes all kinds of thoughts. Buddhi, chitta and what? Intellect. All, man. And then ahankar, ego. So, antakkaran in other term is antakkaran, but here it is said man and ego. So, that constitutes the sukshma sharir. Why it is called sukshma sharir? Because it is not seen by sense organ. That we must have heard that. And another characteristic of Linga Sharira is what? Jalatmakam. It is jada. Inert. Now, what do you mean by it is inert? Meaning, it doesn't know its own existence as well as it doesn't know existence of other things. That is called inert. Sometimes people have misunderstanding about inertness. They say, if activity is not there, that is inert. And if thing is active, that is sentient, they say. See the difference between inert and sentient, you will be very clear. Nothing to do with activity or movement. Otherwise, outside world, Jad and Chetan. If something is moving, movement is there, then they say it is Chetan. No. Can you say that a fan is a sentient being? No. Though there is movement. So the thing which differentiates between Jad and Chetan is awareness, consciousness. An ant is what? Sentient. Whereas a mountain, such a big thing, or wind, it is not Chetan, it is inert, because it doesn't know its existence. Is it clear? You must have heard this. So, Jada Chetan, non-living and living, awareness is the main thing, which makes it different. Now, Sukshma Sharir by itself is Jada, but it borrows that consciousness from Sakshi, from self. So, originally it is what? Jadam only. So, Jadatmakam, Ekam, okay. Now, this subtle body, Sukshma Sharir, this, why it is called subtle body, because it shuttles from one state to other. Shuttling. Avastha trayam anveti. Anveti. Anveti means goes through. Avastha traya. 3 states. When this subtle body is very active and interacting with outside world, then it is a waking state. Same subtle body in dream state, it is partially active, not fully. All sense organs, they are not active in deep dream or deep sleep. Only mind and ahankar, that is active. Achha, then in deep sleep, this Sukshma Sharir merges. It goes to that causal state or unmanifested. So slowly it comes out, dream state. Fully it comes out, waking state. So this Sukshma Sharir is going through these 3 things. Is it clear? consciousness is not going through three states, okay? That's why they say consciousness is avasthatraya atita. In Kaivalya Upanishad it said, Trishu dhamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogasya yad bhavet tebhyo vilakshana sakshi chinmatroham sadashiva. So consciousness doesn't go through these three. He creates only what? A base, substratum. On that consciousness, everything is appearing. Like screen, it is like a screen in that movie. You must have heard that Gurudev's joke on, screen. That consciousness is not affected by whatever is happening in that movie. It is just providing base. And that is the reality, The movie what you see, it is an illusion only. So he used to say that in olden days, that technology was not that much developed. So sometimes that reel is to cut. So suddenly there is nothing in that, only screen is there. So people used to whistle, Ha, hoo. So Gurudev says, this is whistle of realization. They have realized that only screen is the reality. And out of joy they are whistling. His way of presenting is very different. So substratum it is. So Sakshi is that only. But this Sukshma Sharir moves from one to three. When mind is completely absorbed, then deep sleep. So avasthatrayam anveti. These three states is like opening a shop and closing a shop. When we get up, shop is open. All our sense organs, they are, seated in their particular seats. Okay, now transaction started. And when I feel sleepy, slowly, shop is getting closed. Shutter down. So avasthatraya. So all sense organ, mind, ego, they are only playing, they are only moving. Acha, this is while living. Now, who dies? At the time of death, what happens? So again here, according to our Vedanta, separation of subtle body with the gross body is called what? Death. That you know. Mriyate means what? Depart. This Sukshma Sharir departs. Actually, Sukshma Sharir doesn't die. That's why they say it is a Mamai Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. This is also called Jiva. See again, not only subtle body, the assemblage whole, it can be called a Jiva. So there it is said Jiva is Sanatana. Sanatan means with the death of body, Sukshma doesn't die. It is living. Now it is waiting for, another body. And then it enters into another body. And then there is Jayate. Birth is there. So, the role of Sukshma Sharir is most important. Birth, death, everything is happening of this Sukshma Sharir. Manashashtan Indriyani Prakrutistani Kar. So, Sukshma Sharir departs. Though what we say, this person departed. Gurudev says that this last, journey, Antayatra. This journey is where the person is absent, whose journey is going on. He is not there, but whose yatra, that person. But he is not there. So depart. The same Sukshma Sharir enters into this body and then life comes. Now again here interesting part is, people want to know, once that Jiva or subtle body leaves and then goes to another body, in between where it is there. People are more curious about that. But that is, you cannot know where it is. No, but you must tell. That is a mystery only. So, according to our Vedanta, death is what? Only body dies, perishes. Anyway, Guruji nicely writes here in his commentary, every moment it is dying. So there is no need to mourn over, death of this body, because every moment is dying and we don't feel sad about it. They say in 7 years, all cells, they get completely transformed. New. Actually, at the time of death, person should be happy that now I will get new dress. This body is like a new dress. Vasansi jirnani yatha vyaya navani grannati naroparani. So, jayate mriyate, this transmigration happens. Okay. Jivatma, you can say, are again here, the subtle body. So, in this way, in these 3 verses, 10th, 11th and 12th, he discussed these 3 states as well as birth and death. Now, again there is another term. So far what we have discussed, that one Sakshi is there and it is of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss, and that is the reality. But when it is reflected, then the Jiva and all that comes and it identifies with different things, goes through different states and all that. So now here question is, if that self or Atma, if it is of the nature of existence and it is the real thing, it means other than that consciousness, nothing is real. And actually speaking, nothing can exist. Other than existence is what? Non-existence. Please listen to it very carefully. Only one thing is there. They say, one without a second. Sadeva soumya idamagra asit. Ekam dvitiyam advaitam, non-dual truth. That is the fact of this world. So if only one thing is there and that actually exists, then why am I seeing this world? I feel that world also exists. Are you getting what I am saying? Actually speaking, world should not be seen because it doesn't have any existence. But it is being seen and I feel that world only exists. Consciousness or nothing exists. Though we say Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, but today what is our condition? Jagat Satyam Brahma Mithya. So why this Jagat appears as real, and at first place, why this world is being seen? If you are saying only one truth is there, then why manyness is there, plurality is there? Who created that? How it is created? So this is the question. He said, I experienced this world. So from where this world came? So now a new topic is coming up, and you must be knowing that Maya is the factor. And I think in Bhagavad Gita class also you are discussing. The same topic has come here. If you have to explain world, you need to know about Maya. Without Maya, explanation of world is impossible. They say it is easy to discuss about Brahman and consciousness, no? But when it comes to world, all complicated things. How many questions come? Why this world and how and this? And then this Maya come into picture. And we have to use that Maya to explain that. So now, see, so far we were concentrating on ourselves only. Jiva, Atma. But now slowly he is moving towards the world. Explanation of world. Very interesting it is. How the thoughts, moving from one smoothly it goes. So, now the topic which is coming is called Srushti Mimansa. It is called Srushti Mimansa. There are 4 topics that have been discussed in our Vedantic, scriptures. One is Pramana Mimansa or Pramana Vichar. Praman means valid means of knowledge. If any principle you have to talk about it, about any principle, people will ask, what is the Praman? From where you got it? Like what we say, Vedaha Pramanam. Consciousness is there, God is there. Now what is the proof? Or what are the means to know Him? So Vedaha Praman. So Praman Vichar. Means of knowledge it is called. That is discussed. You must have heard, there are different Pramana. Shabda Praman, Pratyaksha Praman, Anuman Praman. So that Pramana Vichar it is called. Then second thing, according to your philosophy, what is the Tattva, what is the reality? So that is called Tattva Mimansa. Tattva means reality, you can say. Truth, according to your philosophy. Because different people say, according to our philosophy, this is the fact, this is the truth. So that is called Tattva. Like in Advaita Vedanta, say, Brahma is Satyam. This is the Tattva. Then third is, according to your philosophy, what is the explanation of this world? You have to tell us about this world also. So that is called Srushti Mimansa. Mimansa means what actually? Analysis, which are, or what you are saying? Yes, tell me. Which vichar? Pujita vichar, very technically. Pujita vichar. So thinking, reflection, mimansa, analysis, all these things. So about world. And fourth is sadhana vichar. According to your opinion or your philosophy, this is the reality, this is the truth. Now to reach to that truth or to realize that truth, what I am supposed to do? So that is called sadhana vichar. And in this text also it will come in the end. So what was the first? Pramana vichar or Pramana Mimansa. Second, Tattva vichar. Srushti vichar. And fourth is sadhana. So now we will discuss about this world. Why this world is appearing so real? So Shakti Dvayam hi Mayaya. We will read this verse once. Shakti Dvayam hi Mayaya. Vikshepa Vruti Rupakam. Vikshepa Shaktir Lingadi. Brahmandantam Jagat Srujet. Brahmandantam Jagat Srujet. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि